Story.
Yeah.
My name's Amanda. I've never actually, this is my first time ever jumping into a comic.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know how to get started.
Hmm.
Any advice?
Well, do you have a story in mind? Like, are you having trouble getting started with ideas or just with putting pen to paper, kind of?
Both?
Both.
It's blank. My
I
head is blank.
know the feeling. Um, One thing I often recommend starting out with comics, and I did this quite a bit when I was starting out too, is I would just make short comics about my day. So even just 3 or 4 panels, just about different moments from your day. And what I found happened when I did that is I started to think in terms of comics. So that was one thing that helped. Another thing, again, if you're stuck for ideas, I will rewatch like a favorite movie or a favorite book, just something you really love that inspires you. And I find that often will kind of jog the creative juices. Another thing is writing about your own life. And even though I write fantasy, it's often based in my own experience. And I'm adding the fantastic elements after. So I try to think of just really strong memories with really strong images or feelings attached to them.
I have a story that's almost ready to be published. I mean,
Really?
not well, I want to publish it, but it's almost ready. And
Congratulations.
it's called Mythical Forest.
Wow, that sounds
And
awesome.
yeah. And I was wondering, like, how do you get your thing published or your comic published?
So you can publish it yourself. I've done that with some of my books. I've used PageMaster Publishing here in Edmonton. It's a really good printer. They do really good quality books. You can also you can submit your work to publishers online. So that's a bit more it's more work. So it's researching publishers. There aren't a ton in Canada of comics publishers, so I sometimes also look at American ones, and you can email them basically your book, and usually they want some type of uh byline, so like what it's about or kind of a pitch, and then you basically wait to hear back from them. But yeah, so that's the more like traditional publishing route. But with comics, you definitely can self publish too. A lot of people do it. And
Okay.
you can either do that in book form or you can also do it as a web comic. That's very popular too.
Oops. Okay.
Does that sort of answer your question? I know it's a big issue, I guess. There's a lot.
It is.
Yeah,
I just I'm excited to like try to get my book published.
that's
And
awesome.
it's a real good story,
That's awesome.
I
It
think.
is exciting. Yeah, congratulations on finishing your book because that's
Almost.
so much work. Almost, yeah. You're almost there.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a special project to me. I just wrote in the chat box, Maddie. So I think that's sort of something the Art Center can do, actually. Because I've been doing researching on my own and I'm just sort of in the idea and the thinking through where I'm at. And some of the stuff I'm hearing, Courtney, is similar to what I'm trying to. You just don't have the in person, but I have the internet access. It's just where to turn to just keep it, safe and still be creative. But at least I'll keep the internet in mind because I'm at the verge. I want to hunt.
Yeah,
I
and
type myself, so I'm on the verge. Besides data
I get
entry,
bored and I do
cleaning.
listen to a lot of people, but I just sometimes have self-publishing.
I think it's the publishing piece that's going to be big. I think. Yeah. On everybody's minds, I'm hearing, and whatever I'm reading in the chat box right now, Courtney. So And of course, there's websites I can search, and what you just said, part of the presentation. So I'm a bit of an IT person.
Okay.
So I know I have backup in case otherwise I'm like, and I live with parents, so they might know something. Yeah, I'm not living alone in Paris, so they might know some business. Oh, see, speaking of, let's see here. Yes, the anthology. I knew that. Thank you. An anthology is, well, there's no right or wrong. So what you just showed, Courtney, is just that, I think. We're just getting in the throw of the process of things and just adapting.
Absolutely.
And that's what the presentation spoke to me. So I'm probably in sort of similar, what you're doing. So that was good, the
Cool.
presentation overall. Thank God I'm not the only one. It could be thrilling but inspiring at the same time, because I just live minutes away, between a freeway and a highway anyway. So I think the presentation overall showed, I think some ideas. I'm hoping the rest I'll see what I can grab off on IT, the internet, as I go. Because I was trying out the figure, what is it called? Figure contour. I'm not sure if you've done any contour drawing, have you, Courtney? If I heard figure, and I took classes maybe in figure drawing, when the good old fashioned, but now you can't kind of thing.
Yeah, I did too, and I love those, and I hope that in the near future we can do that again, because it's so helpful.
I think you have to get adaptive and just invent using the internet. So I think I'm glad the presentation said, I think just decipher, and from a professional.
Yeah.
So that's good overall. To give an update there from an actual professional. So I thank you, Courtney. I'm not the
of
only
course.
one.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Your art is beautiful.
Thank
Oh
you
my
so
goodness,
much.
Courtney,